And welcome back to the New York Giants franchise rebuild. Here today, we're going to go through another 4 weeks of year 5. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get through this season pretty quickly. Trying to wrap up this series. As our first opponent of 3 will be the 1-3 San Francisco 49ers. Niners are currently not a very good team. They still have Nick Bosa and Frank Warner here, but I guess they're just not getting it done. But on our end, our offense is a top 5 offense. Defensively, we're great at stopping the run, but our secondary over the last couple weeks is starting to worry me a bit. We will be welcoming back Peter Valentine this week, so hopefully our pass rush and our run stopping can also improve there, with also some coverage. I don't know just yet if I want to make a move and change one of these corners to inside or something, but for now, we're gonna kind of roll on with Branford and Evans on the outside. So let's go check out this Niners team and then hop into the first game. And here are the Niners, led by Nick Bosa. Frank Warner is still here, Brandon Ayuk, Tufama here, all still here since the franchise. But no more Brock Purdy. Charles Woodyard here, rookie quarterback that they drafted. Charles here is the new face of this Niners team, drafted in the first round. Ray Davis is their back, Ayuk, Ricky, and then just a fall off. Not a lot of good playmakers here, and they have completely restructured this offensive line. That has been their major focus. They did draft Clifford here, Joe Shaw here. I believe it was a year ago or two that this team was one of the better teams. I think it was 2 years ago. Odman here, the top corner that was drafted a handful of years ago. On paper, they're not the best, but I do expect a tough matchup. Let's go have some fun here on Monday Night Football. Prime time action here in week 5 as it's the Giants versus the Niners here. Charles Woodyard, the rookie quarterback, drafted in the first round this past year, trying to lead the Niners over an upset, as the Giants here are 3-1, coming off of a loss versus the Chicago Bears, as we were just gashed in the second half defensively, and offensively we couldn't get anything going. We do welcome back Peter Valentine, no Thibodeau still, so we'll see what we'll do at the defensive line, but I want to see a complete game here in the first game of 4 this episode. And here comes the 4th-year quarterback in John Sherman. Sherman over the last couple weeks now has thrown some bad turnovers, but still very good start. 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's been moving a bit. We've seen an Al Gordon, our tight end, number 88. He's been breaking out. So far leads the team in receptions, as Taylor Wilkerson here, he leads the league in rushing. As we have a top back here who we've drafted, something that I gotta acknowledge here, we've drafted very well throughout this franchise, putting together a very fun roster here. Looking to throw, Sherman wants Gordon again! Oh man, if that was caught, that would have been so fun. Tough third down to be in, 3rd down and 6. Sherman looks to throw as he wants Drake London, and it's off his hands. The pressure by Shaw forced maybe a bit of a errant throw. And here comes the rookie quarterback, Charles Woodyard here, as the new Niners franchise quarterback after letting go Brock Purdy. 8 touchdowns, 7 picks for the Rook. We'll see how he'll fare against our defense, and I'm hoping, due to the fact that they have a rookie quarterback, maybe not the most steady offensive line, that our defense can kind of make some plays, get kind of morale back, As Woodyard will start here in the shotgun. Plenty of time in the pocket. Finds his man here, and that's a first down and more. That was Valentine in coverage there. Not a sight that I want to see. First down here for Woodyard. Blitzes sent by New York. Kittle left alone. He's 34 years old and still can make some plays. That's his 3rd down and 9 here for the Niners. New York puts 5 men on the defensive line. Little motion here. 5 men go. This ball is caught here. Ray Davis. Davis breaks free, and he's going to get the first down and a lot more. As New York's pressure could not get home. 3 tight end formation here. As this is going to go play action. Charles Woodyard, as he's going to be able to walk it in. The rookie quarterback just scored on us. Fresh set of downs here for the Giants. As this is a motion out Wilkerson. Empty goes Sherman. Takes it, and he's going to go down. Carlson with a sack back here at the 39. And Neighbors maybe saving the possession here. At least giving us a chance. 3rd down and 7. Looks to throw, wants Wandale. As Robinson will pick up the first down. Nice pitch and catch there for Wandale Robinson. As Al Gordon is the motion man. Sherman looks to throw. Sends it down the field, intercepted. And that ball is Brown who gets the interception. John Sherman throwing a first quarter interception. I don't know when the last time we've seen that. Pressure is sent, and McFadden will get home. Trying to get this crowd more excited than anything. 2nd down and 14 after the sack. As Charles will go empty here. New York looks like they want to send a blitz. They do so. Trying to get him off this spot, and the Giants front get home again. Back-to-back sacks here. This time it's for Burns and Rainey. New York looks like they want to send the heat again. They do so. This time it was covered up, but he's still gonna go down. Nathan Rainey, he'll get a solo. Got a half a sack on the previous play. This time he will get his full one. And now the Niners have to punt out of the 2-yard line. You expect good field position when you're forcing a team to punt on a 4th down and 35. Richards here, our 4th back. He will get the chance and take us to midfield. Now Sherman, we got to put this ball in the end zone because I don't think we can get 3 sacks in a row on every single drive. Past midfield are the Giants. Sherman hands the ball off to Wilkerson, puts his head down, stays on his feet. What a hard run right there by Taylor Wilkerson. Can do a bit of everything for you. 2 receivers sent and a fullback is in. Sherman will look to throw, stepping away from pressure. Now looks to run it himself. Now Sherman cuts it to the middle of the field. And John Sherman gets the first down and more as Elton Jenkins, he's heading back into the locker room. That could be a significant injury. 3rd down and 12. Sherman needs to get the first down. Extends the play here. John Sherman's going to look to run it himself. Got a great block there by Wandale. Dives into the end zone. Slides in, Touchdown, New York. John Sherman deciding to do a bit of a scramble drill. I think he could have connected there with Wandale if he so chose, but he wanted him to block instead. And he just slides right into the score. 2nd down and 7 here. As this is going to be a Brandon Ayuk run, as he's going to be able to get the first down and more. Parks with a good tackle. Same with the 2 tight end formation. Woodyard motioning out his man. And it goes empty here. New York does not send the blitz here. This pass is going to be picture perfect to his man. Looks like the Giants want to send another blitz here. 5 men on across the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 4. They do send 5. Woodyard finds the open man, Brandon Ayuk, and Ayuk walks it in. Touchdown, San Fran. And that's over Drew Phillips. 3rd down and 8 here. Al Gordon is the motion man. He's had a quiet day. Sherman steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get thrown down by Shaw again. Here at the 20, we'll start the Niners. A run here, and this is Valentine. Great play. Nice TFL. 2nd down and 13 here. Motioning out Ray Davis. as Charles will go empty. Looks to throw. Plenty of time. Time starts to run out on him, and Burns and Dexter, they'll sack the rookie quarterback. It's always been a part of the offense, but we don't run it too often. Back to the passing game, and here comes Malik Neighbors. Now getting him more involved. He picks up a first down and more. He's been such a critical piece for this team. Will New York run a play before the 2-minute warning? They don't have to. They do, and it's for Taylor Wilkerson with a gaping hole. And he gets the first down and more, sets its team up, goal to go action here from the 3. Nice hard running there by Taylor Wilkerson. Giants will bring out the big package. Wilkerson is the back, gets the call, goes up the middle, walks it in. New York reties up this game at 14 apiece with a Taylor Wilkerson third rushing touchdown of this campaign. A minute 22 to go here. Motioning out the receiver now. As this is a quick hitter, George Kittle left alone, beats Isaiah Simmons. Diving, breaking tackles, gets in. Wow. George Kittle. Even at his young age, at 34 years old, he can still outrun you, and he can still break tackles like nobody else. As the Niners just retook the lead. Now a minute 09, New York, what do? Giants send a deep ball here to Wan'Dale Robinson, and Wan'Dale reties it up as he falls into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Niners just hit a massive play to George Kittle, and New York just equalizes it with a Wan'Dale Robinson score. His first one of this new campaign here in year 5. And just like that, the Niners, what can you do in a minute here? The rookie quarterback has already put up 21 points against our defense. As he will go empty here, more pressured, and he's gonna get sacked again. Number 5 here, Dexter Lawrence in the backfield. And hopefully that will send us to halftime here, because our defense, they either get a sack or they get a big play on us. As we're gonna head into halftime here in week 5. We're tied up at 21 apiece. You know, our defense, we've gotten home plenty of times. We've 5 sacks here in the first half, but still allowing 21 points. I know they had a bit of a shorter possession, one drive due to an interception by us, but still, we need to be able to get off the field more consistently. And offensively, as we've put up 21 points, but one was a big play to Wan'Dale. We need to continue to holding strong possessions, controlling the time. We can't just be a big pass-happy offense. 3rd down and 14. Charles Woodyard felt the rush, and this is for Ray Davis, the back, but could not get the first down. New York will be forcing a punt. Nice possession here for our defense. 2nd down and 10 here. Tracy checks in, and he's gonna get a little screen pass. As Tyrone Tracy here will get the first down and more. 2nd down and 10 here. Sherman gonna go play action fake, looks to throw, sends it here to Malik Neighbors on the sideline. Good first down there, as Neighbors maybe wanted that football right there. Bunch formation here to the right. Sherman takes it, looks to throw, sends it over the middle. Malik Neighbors catches it, dives in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors making another spectacular catch and scoring another touchdown for his offense. What a play. It's our Giants offense just took the lead. And now Charles Woodyard has to face a bit of adversity here. And our defense starting to be a little bit more consistent. Good play there by Nubin and Lawrence. 3rd down and 1 here. Ray Davis sent out wide. Looks to throw. This is caught here by the backup tight end. Makes a move. Tries to stay on his feet. Tackled here at midfield. Here inside the 25. Giants. They send a blitz at Nathan Rainey. He gets home. Wow, the 2nd-year defensive end. Maybe having himself his best day as a young playmaker. What a play. That's a tough pill to swallow here. Now it's 3rd down. Here comes Ray Davis. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. And it's picked up here by the Niners. Oh my. I was trying to get to Nathan Rainey. He could have picked it up. I just kind of stood there and looking at the football being like, what the fuck should I do? But it's Niners football. They'll probably kick the field goal. Giants just coming off a nice long possession for themselves. Looking to do it again. Tracy, he'll start with a run here, going up the middle, and he will pick up 11. Under center, 2 tight end formation. Sherman will look to throw. Pressured, and he gets sacked. Here, back at the 35. And this Niners defense maybe swinging some momentum their way as we enter into the 4th quarter. He is still one of the best tight ends in the league. As Kittle will be motioned here. As this is going to be a pass here. Pressured, and this is Dexter Lawrence. Sending Woodyard to the ground. I think that's number 7 for our defense today. New York defense, they know how to get home. Woodyard, as he's going to hand the ball off, and this is Peter Valentine. He gets a nice TFL, and this defense here makes this a 3rd down and 20. New York will start on the pistol. Sherman hands the ball off. Taylor Wilkerson, he found a lane. Big play here by the young back, breaks a tackle. Tackled here at the 20. And in the process, Al Gordon is shaken up and headed back to the locker room. Tracy stays in the ball game. 3rd down. Sherman looks to throw. Sending it here to Tyrone Tracy. Tracy up the middle, and he will fight for the score. Taylor Wilkerson set us up. Tracy will finish the job. Touchdown, Giants. And here in week 5, New York will get back into the winning column, beating the Niners 35-24. You know, they had a good start, but in the second half, our defense locked down, only allowing 3 points. We got multiple sacks. We did our job defensively, and offensively, we finished them off. Scoring, we scored 2 touchdowns and got a field goal, something like that. Overall, great day for our team. Happy to see some of these young guys that we've drafted over these last handful of years making an impact. John Sherman, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And this is a day that sometimes he needs to have, where we lean on our ground game. Taylor Wilkerson went off. 21 attempts, $160 and a score. Long of 44. Sherman also ran the ball 4 times and rushed 1 in. Neighbors caught 6. Tracy caught 2. Wandale caught 2. London caught 1. Gordon caught nothing and got hurt. Have to check the injury report on him. We allowed 3 sacks, and we have to check the injury report on Elton Jenkins. McFadden was everywhere, but our defensive line. Nathan Rainey here, 2.5 sacks, 3 TFLs. What a day. 2 sacks here for Dexter. No interceptions and no pass deflections. But happy to get back into the winning column here to start off today's episode. And we have suffered 2 new injuries. Elton Jenkins now, he'll miss the next 2 weeks. Pretty significant loss as he is one of our better offensive linemen. And also losing Al Gordon. He's coming off of a breakout game at the end of the last game of last episode. He's off to a hot start, and now he's going to miss the next handful of weeks. He was playing great for us. Multiple games in a row, catching 2 touchdowns, just went over 100 yards. Now missing the next 3 weeks. We still don't have Thibodeau. So now injuries are playing a bit of concern as we're going to now sim into week 6 here versus the Cleveland Browns. As the Browns here are 1-4. Not playing their best football here, but they do have a top-tier defense. Not allowing a lot of passing yards, rushing. Their defense is it. It is their offense that is lacking. Wilkerson still leads the league in rushing by a good 80 yards. Let's go check out why this Browns team is so bad offensively. Cleveland here is led by Myles Garrett, JOK, Kendrick Hazley. Here's an 88 overall wide receiver that you got. one of the best receivers ever drafted in this franchise. Charleston Farrell here, he's their quarterback. He was drafted in the same class as John Sherman, and Farrell hasn't played too much in his career. He was drafted early part of the second round. I don't remember if I really liked him, but he has not played very well. Keon Mitchell here is their top back, but he's out. So they're going to Quentin McGee here and Chris Steele, a rookie back. As they have Hazley, they have Jerry Jeudy, but he's hurt. Traylon Burks, and a couple young guys depth-wise. David Njoku's their tight end. Chris Ganode is their other tight end here. Jarek Wills. Their offensive line, though, is not the best. I guess that's their weak point. They just can't really move the football. I can see why they don't have a good running game, but when you got like a Hazley, a Jeudy, and an Ayuk here, you got to be able to throw the football well. Maybe it's all on Farrell. Let's go hop into week 6 here. Let's get another victory. As we're about to head into the Giants versus Cleveland game, we have suffered an abundance amount of injuries during practice. Brian Stevens is out. Derek Parks is out. Demetrius Evans is out. Our secondary has been shaken up massively. Don't forget, we also have lost in the last game both Elton Jenkins and Al Gordon. So versus this 1-4 Cleveland team that is struggling offensively, they're going to now face against a weaker secondary. We'll see how their young quarterback will play. And they're looking to get a win here versus the Giants. They have a on-team defense led by Myles Garrett. For New York, how will we handle these injuries? Don't forget, we still don't even have Thibodeau. So, big day today, a little adversity for us. And leading out his Cleveland offense here is number 5, Charleston Farrell here. Farrell, 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, second in the league in terms of turnovers. Not been playing his best football, but now he's going to play against a banged up secondary here with Drew Phillips and Christian Branford both having to step up today. Rookie A.J. Jackson will be our third corner, and undrafted safety Williams will be playing over Derek Parks. We'll see how we'll handle today. Number 6 Williamson here. We'll see if he continues to play. We do have Jamie Britley that could play that role. As this carry to McGee will gain a few, as now Brian Burns is shaken up on the field. He's not thankfully on the sideline, but we can't lose too many defensive more stars. Time to get off the field if you're the Giants. 3rd down and 11. Farrell, 3rd straight pass. Takes a deep shot here, left alone. Oh, wow, that would have been a big play. Farrell just misses him. And, you know, he's in year 4 of his career. Can't be missing those type of passes. And here comes our franchise quarterback, John Sherman, trying to lead the charge here, as we just came off of a victory. 14 touchdowns, 5 picks. Looking to continue to have an impressive season this year. Leading rusher in Taylor Wilkerson. He's our top back here. As we'll start into the shotgun here. Tyrone Tracy is the back. Don't forget, we don't have Al Gordon, and we don't have Elton Jenkins. So Cook and Williams will have to step up. Putting the Giants in a long 3rd down. 3rd down and 7 here. Washington is the motion man. Sherman will look to throw. Connects here with Wandale, as Robinson will pick up a 1st down. Will the Giants offense stall on this possession? Sherman looks to throw. Felt the rush, and he goes down. Myles Garrett throws him down, and Eric Cook is the guy who's blocking him. I don't like that. 3rd down and 3 here. A lot of men up in the box. Looks to throw quickly, and this is caught here. Breaking free. Oh my goodness. And this will go all the way here for Cleveland. Touchdown for the Browns. As Cleveland, Kendrick Hemsley here Their top playmaker just made us pay. And yeah, you just got to give him a chance. Tracy in the ball game now. Sherman will look to throw, turning to Drake London. London underneath here with a nice burst of speed. Got to the sideline as Drake London providing a bit more of a spark for this offense. 2nd down and 8 here. Wilkerson will get another call. Got a good block there by Malik Neighbors. Puts his head down, and he picks up a 1st down as we enter into the red zone. And I didn't even see this. Randall got shaken up on a couple plays ago. So our offensive line just got a whole lot weaker as we'll send it underneath here to London to pick up 5 more. But it's 4th down and 5. New York might have to just settle for 3. Nice starting play there for this Giants defense. Trying to now just kind of finish up the job. Here comes McGee, breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Phillips is able to throw him down past midfield as we enter into the 2nd quarter. As Cleveland has been able to run the football against our defense. Now going to look to throw. Farrell goes down. McFadden in the backfield. Great time for a sack. And now what? Farrell goes empty. 3rd down and 16. What's the call? Plenty of time. Down the field. Njoku can't hang on. And that's Williamson with a great play. Pass breakup over the veteran tight end. Quick hitter there for Malik. As Sherman will look to throw, sends it over the middle again. This time it's for Neighbors, who will get his team to the 44 of New York. Back-to-back plays for your number 1 receiver. 1st down for New York. Sherman looks to throw, and that ball's undercut, intercepted. Greg Newsome. Pick 6. Cleveland goes up by 2 scores. I did not expect Malik to cut that ball outside. I thought he was going to stop or go up the field. And excuse me, that's Martin Emerson here with the INT. And that is not good here for the Giants offense. New York will put Malik Neighbors in the backfield. Sherman looks to throw, connects here with Drake London. And London will pick up a 1st down. New York will put Tracy in the backfield here. Sherman will look to throw. Now he's going to look to scramble and just do it himself. He'll make this a 3rd down and 2. Off the scramble. Sherman will go empty here. Takes the snap, he looks to throw, not liking much of anything. Tries to extend the play, but he will be going down back at the 13. Sherman here, 2nd down and 12. Will look to throw, sends it underneath, left alone is Tracy. Tracy dives in, touchdown New York. As Cleveland sent a blitz. Did not work out as Tyrone Tracy will make them pay. And New York is right back into this ball game. Nice response after the pick 6. Well, if you're Cleveland right now, you're coming off of 3 and out. Can't have that here. They'll start with a good run here by McGee. Getting some good blocks. I think this play is coming back due to a holding call. Thankfully it is, but a big run there by McGee. 1st down and 17 after the holding call. Farrell fills the rush by Leonard Sapp, and he will lose even more yards as Sapp will get home with a big-time sack. New York has to be able to keep everything in front of them here. 3rd down. Farrell looks to keep it himself. Now flips it out here. McGee with an open field in front of him. And it was 2nd down and 30. They made it 3rd down and 15, and they were still able to convert. That is such a tough pill to swallow if you're the Giants. Farrell in the shotgun. Giants send a blitz. Blocked up perfectly. Hit Hensley here. And he's already at 3 catches for 94 yards. 1:10 now. Farrell steps into it. Finds again his man. And his man will get in. Touchdown. I thought I was going to get to be Isaiah Simmons. But Wagner here will score. And Cleveland continues to stun us. Giants take over here with 1:01 to go, 2 timeouts, down by 11. Sherman looks to throw, looks for a deep shot here for Neighbors. Reeled it in, stayed on his feet, and Malik Neighbors takes us to the 34. Wow. Great pitch and catch there by Malik Neighbors. Less than 30 seconds to go here. Still 2 timeouts for the Giants. Wilkerson motions out wide. Sherman looks to throw. Sends it here, is again intercepted. He turned to Malik Neighbors again. And that is the second interception here for Cleveland. Ricky Bounds. One of their, I guess, I think they're their third corner. He gets an INT here over Sherman. And now Cleveland, 17 seconds to go, have an opportunity here to go 28-10. Can they do it? Farrell sends it over the middle. Hainsley again. Tackled out here at the 16. He's already at a $140 and a score. 10 seconds now inside the 20 of New York. These injuries just too much here for this Giants team. Inside the 20 now. Looks to throw his Farrell. Looking end zone. Hainsley again. Touchdown, Cleveland. Wow. Yeah, I think we're gonna draw this up and chalk this up to the fact that we're injured, and it's true. But yeah, we're down now 18, 3 scores right before halftime. And here in week 6, the second game of today of this 4-game episode, we're down 28-10. Injuries are hurting us. The offensive line is banged up. Our secondary is banged up. What changes will be made here for the second half? As the Giants offense take the field, Neal's been kicked out to tackle. Casey James is out there at guard. Eric Cook is also now out there at guard. So a couple new guards out there. Just trying to change up this offensive line. Sherman in the shotgun, 3rd down and 7. Tracy motions out wide. Sherman will look to throw. Sends it here to Washington. And that's just a poorly thrown football. Great play there by Grant Delpit. John Sherman did not lead his man. That would have been a 1st down. 2nd down and 9 here. I formation here for Cleveland. Gonna go play action. Simmons. Ball's on the ground. Pick it up, Simmons. He does. Trying to stay on his feet. And Isaiah Simmons lodges the football out. And then he picks up the fumble. Wow. What a time to need that if you're this New York team, needing a bit of a spark from your defense. As Taylor Wilkerson was just going back to the locker room. Significant injury there. Giants now face a 3rd down and 7. Sherman looks to throw. End zone. Neighbors. Touchdown. Get what you need. New York will score. But if we just lost now Taylor Wilkerson, Tracy will have to step up today. Giants will put 5 men up front. Looks to throw. Farrell left alone as the tight end. Breaking a tackle. Stayed on his feet. Can someone bring him down for the love of God? Farrell having a career day. This Giants defense just can't allow any more points. Here comes Farrell, failing the rush here. Staying on his feet, throws it away. As New York is still showing their willingness to run the football. Tracy, back-to-back carries. Got a good block there. Almost got another one. Tracy here with a burst of speed. Gets us inside the 30. And now he's shaken up. Montgomery is the back here. As Sherman will look to throw. Sends it end zone. Wants Waddale. And he got him. Waddale Robinson scores the touchdown. And New York has brought it to 7 points. And that is over Denzel Ward here. Wow. What a time for a touchdown here by Robinson. Now it's 3rd down and 8 here. Giants defense trying to force a very quick 3 and out. Here comes the little screen here for McGee. Newbin shoves him out of bounds. It's 4th down. And the Giants defense maybe gives our offense an opportunity to tie up here at 31 apiece. Giants can still very much rely on their ground game. Continue to do so. Tracy now cuts it outside, and he will run out of bounds here at the 33. 2 tight end formation here. New York. They're going to go play action. Sherman extends, finds Drake London, and London's 5th catch for 70. And he's stepped up today so far. Good play. As we enter now into the fourth quarter here, down by 7, but first down and goal here from the 3. Tracy's the back. Gets the call, and Tracy dives into the end zone. Now an extra point away from tying up this ball game here in week 6, as New York went into halftime down 28-10, and we're all tied up here at 31 apiece. And now, third down and 18, opportunity here to get off the field. Farrell will look to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket. No one is open. Now takes a deep shot, and I think Phillips could have had an interception, but Newman knocks it away. Third down and 3, pistol look. Tracy again gets the call. Trying to break the tackle, can't. And this Cleveland defense, they've been tough, forcing a punt here. And now it's third down and 9. Farrell is shotgun, looks to throw. Plenty of time, but still decides to throw it away as no one was open. Giants take over here, 5:20 to go. Starting with a run here by Tracy. Tracy being patient, able to get the first down and a lot more. Third down and 10 here. New York, right back to the screen. Sherman will find Tracy. Tracy trying to cut upfield, and Tyrone Tracy, the magician, will get the first down and a lot more. Fresh set of downs here for the Giants. Sherman, as he will go play action fake, looks to throw, wants Malik Neighbors, and he got him here. Tackled at the 32. It's really tough to play against this offense. Sherman floats one up here for Neighbors. Neighbors breaks the tackle, stayed on his feet, and he's tackled here at the 10. What an effort there by Malik Neighbors. New York gives Tracy a break. Montgomery checks in as Webster is the motion man. Fullback is in. Here comes David Montgomery, as Montgomery will power his way in. Touchdown, New York. The veteran back has been our guy for a handful of seasons. He's now a role player, and scoring a touchdown there is critical. This might be the last play here before the 2-minute warning, as McGee gets the call here. Cuts it to the sideline, and he's able to get the first down and a lot more, as Cleveland here with a big gaping run. Cleveland also has dealt with a lot of injuries today, and that was McGee who just went down. Farrell, wide open, and that's Jones with a great time for a pass breakup. The rookie defender gets one over Jeffries. Third down and 10, and we've yet to even hit the 2-minute warning. Farrell, feeling some rush, takes his check down. A.J. Jones makes the tackle, but it's fourth down. Cleveland will go. Giants putting out all of their defensive backs out there. Fourth down, pressured, got hit, Sapp provided it. Turnover on downs, and a first down away here for this Giants team to be making and orchestrating a 21-point comeback. Second down and 3 here. Webster is the motion man, as New York now right back to the ground game. Tracy gets the first down, and right there, that should do it. And New York has done it, completing a great comeback here. Even though you're banged up, you come into this game with 3 injuries to your secondary, an injury to your offensive line, and a playmaker, and you leave it with another playmaker and another lineman hurt. But the Giants adjust to the offensive line, adjust to the secondary, and their defense only allowed 3 more points for the rest of the ball game, as the offense was able to put up 28 points in the second half. Simmons maybe sparked completely this comeback for us. Great day, happy to see it. Happy to get the winning win. But this was a tough game here by Cleveland. Farrell here put on a show. Sherman threw a couple picks. But we relied heavily on our ground game. Tracy, Montgomery, Taylor Wilkerson each got some good calls here. Even Sherman ran the ball 3 times. Neighbors caught 7 for a $130 and a score. 5 for 70 here for London. 4 for 58 by Wandale, and we needed them to. Tracy also scored a touchdown. Washington also caught 4. 2 sacks allowed here. And then our defense, we got home 3 times. Leonard Sapp also had a very good day. No interceptions, a few pass breakups. A.J. Jones had a big pass breakup in the 4th quarter. Nice victory here. Back-to-back victories to start off this episode. And as we check the injury report, this is all what we had to deal with today. We see a new face here in Taylor Wilkerson. Thankfully, we'll only miss the next 2 weeks. But Wilkerson, with such a hot start to this campaign, you know, now he's going to miss a couple weeks. He's only hit 100 yards once, but he's been getting 15 plus carries throughout every single, week. And yeah, this Cowboys game was probably the toughest that we faced, but a couple weeks for him. Thankfully, we'll get, 4 players on the defense back and healthy. Hopefully no more practice injuries as we're going to sim to the next week. And as we sim to the next week, we're going to continue going here in this episode. 2 more games to go as we have the Steelers up next. Steelers are very good at stopping the run. Tracy's going to have to step up today. And we're currently 5-1. Philly is right behind us. And you have a couple other 1-win teams in the Seahawks and the Falcons. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're 2-4 and struggling. Let's check their roster out. And here are the Pittsburgh Steelers. George Pickens here, Javarius Ward, Micah Fitzpatrick, Alex Highsmith. So a lot of familiar faces from the beginning of this franchise. We're 5 years into the future. You have Justin Fields at quarterback, Will Levis, Cody Burbank here. I have no idea who their starting quarterback is, because they have a QB of the future, Flo Morrell. I guess he's been playing. Fields here is a bridge quarterback. Same thing here with Levis. So I don't know what they're doing there. Jerome Ford's their top back. Joey Willis is their other back. Pickens, Ramon Wilson here. Oscar Fox, young superstar receiver, and a couple rookies. Pat Freiermuth is their tight end, as they signed Paris Johnson in free agency. Drafted Luke English this past class. And, they've drafted well defensively, getting a couple defensive starters. Jared Harris, Patrick Queen. So they've spent a lot more of their drafting defensively. They've drafted 2 very nice secondary players a couple years ago. I really like George Binns here. Binns has developed nicely into a nice 83 overall. A year ago, picked up 5 interceptions. I like George. And a safety that I also like was Johnny Kitchens here, who's a bit of a hybrid type of... He can do it all for you. He's a top 6 safety in the league. He has good hit power, good coverage skills, both in zone and man. He can tackle. He can do everything for you. So let's go hop into here the 3rd game of today's action here. Who will be the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers? As we now turn our attention to another AFC North team in the Pittsburgh Steelers, as it's the Giants versus the Steelers here. 3rd game of today's action here, as we're in week 7 of year 5. Should be a fun, exciting game. We are welcoming back Kayvon Thibodeau, as we've dealt with a lot of injuries in this episode. Coming off of so far this episode, we've been undefeated, 2-0. Looking to go to 3-0. Now we play against this Steelers team led by Justin Fields. Surprised at not going with Corey Burbank. He's their young quarterback that they drafted early on in this franchise. But I do like this Steelers team. We are in Pittsburgh. Should be a tough matchup. And leading out his offense is number 9, 4th-year quarterback in John Sherman. Sherman throughout this campaign has thrown 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Basically every week he throws 1 turnover. But so far, week 1 has been the only game he has not thrown an interception. We're hoping that he doesn't have one today. Tyrone Tracy is going to get all the carries due to Taylor Wilkerson's injury, as he will pick up 12. But I don't know how much I'm going to be giving to Tracy. I don't want to see him go down. It's only been runs here for the Giants to start off. Now they're going to look to throw, and here comes Antonio Webster, the 6'9" tight end that we drafted this year. 2nd down and 10 here, as Tracy will get the call, getting some good blocks, and he's able to get to the 10. New York has relied heavily on their ground game. Now go play action. Sherman looks to throw, throwing it up end zone for London, and that ball was juggled by multiple defenders. Who do you turn to here on 3rd down and 10? Opening possession here for New York. Wants Neighbors, and that ball thankfully is deflected. And leading out his Steelers offense is the veteran quarterback in Justin Fields. Fields here in Pittsburgh, he's played a lot. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's been on this Pittsburgh team since year 1. They've kind of have leaned on him. They drafted Corey Burbank in the 1st round and also in year 1, but they've stuck with number 2. We do welcome back Kayvon Thibodeau. First play is going to be an interception here. Christian Brantford, year 1, a couple years ago with us, picked up 8 interceptions. He has not been the same ball-hawking corner, but he has still been a very good one. He's had a slow start here with Evans, but he picks up an INT. This is our first interception, I think, since like week 1 or 2. And you give this New York offense, put up 3 on the opening possession. Short field to work with. Quick hitter here to Washington, as the veteran tight end hangs on for 9. New York brings a fullback in and the tight end. Here comes Tyrone Tracy. Tracy trying to cut it to the sideline, and he's able to get to the 13. Good hard running there by Tyrone Tracy. 3rd down and 5 here, as New York will turn to the ground game. Tracy here will be denied just a yard shy. That's Kitchens, their up-and-coming safety. But we just got an interception. We had excellent field position. We need to finish this off right. We're going to go for it. 4th down and 1. Here comes Montgomery. He converts for us. Fresh set of downs here for the Giants. Fresh set of downs here for the New York Giants. Goal to go action here from the 2. Looks to throw is Sherman, and he will find Washington. Yet Pittsburgh Steeler will score against his former team, and we'll extend our lead here by 10. 2nd down and 10 here, as they're going to go to Wells here, their rookie back, and he's going to pick up 11. It's 3rd down and 1 here, 2 tight end look, as they're going to run it here with Ford, and he is denied by McFadden. Great play there, and New York will be forcing another punt. Tracy stays in here, as New York now will go right back to him. 3 carries in a row, and I think that was a read option play for John Sherman. 1 quarter down, and we are up 10-0 here. Looking to extend. Sherman will look to throw. Wants Wandale. Penalty is thrown. Should have also been intercepted. What's the call here? And it's a personal foul here on the defense. 1st down here for New York. Automatically a 1st down here for the Giants. And now Sherman goes play action, looks to throw. One streak London, and he connects here at the 22. Nice pitch and catch there to your number 1 receiver. New York will go right back to Neighbors. Hangs onto the ball. Gets the 1st down as he broke a tackle. And he sets his team up. Goal to go here from the 1. New York will bring out their big package here. The 1st down and goal here from the 1. They'll turn to their fullback, and Trey Elms, who will score. Had a big week a couple weeks ago, and he will cap off this possession with a touchdown. Fields in the shotgun here after picking up the 1st down, as they're going to look to run it here. Ford again stays on his feet, as he will pick up his best run so far, 13. 3rd down and 7 here for Justin Fields. Fields will look to throw. Feeling the rush here. Thibodeau provided the hit. Burns provided a bit of rush. And Pittsburgh here might have to punt again. 2nd down and 10 here for John Sherman. Back to this aerial attack. Takes now a deep shot here for London. And Drake can't reel it in. I think New York here will probably play for position. 3rd down and 10 here. Sherman He stays in his passing game. He wants another deep shot. This time it's for Gardner. And Jermaine Gardner, the first round pick. He's gonna go 93 yards. The rookie receiver, who has just been a scoring machine. This is his 4th career touchdown reception. And it goes for 97. Sherman wanted to push the football down the field these 3 plays. And he's able to do it here with Gardner. What a play. Pittsburgh finds themselves down 23-0. We did miss the extra point because it's me. But Pittsburgh down by 4 scores here. They need a possession here. Or I don't think they're going to come back in this game. I don't think they're as talented as us, as we were down this much a week ago. But yeah, here comes Ford now. Stop just shy of the marker. 3rd down and 1 here. As Ford again, and this time he's again bit by McFadden. He's making plays all over the field. New York will force another punt here. And if Pittsburgh goes down 30-0, I don't know if they're going to come back in this game. 2nd down and 11 here. I formation, though. New York will look to throw. Sherman over the middle of the field. Connects here with Drake London. London picks up the 1st down and more. Sherman faces a 3rd down and 9. Trey Elms, the fullback, is in motion. Sherman will go play action. Ball's placed on the ground. And it's picked up here by Pittsburgh. And this will stand here as a forced fumble recovered by the Steelers, who now have a short field position and an opportunity here to potentially get back in this ball game. Great play there by George Binns. Giants defense now faces a short field, and they got to be able to slow down this Steelers offense. Able to force a fumble themselves, picked up here by a lineman. Dexter tackles him, but Valentine provided a sack fumble. That would have been awesome if we could have gotten it right back. Pittsburgh is desperate for points. 3rd down and 12 is what they face. Fields sends it, and that ball should have been intercepted again here by Branford. 2nd down and 7 here. Motioning here, Tyrone Tracy. Tracy looking, and he will send it here to him. Tracy spins, and he will scurry out of bounds, making this a 3rd down and 4. New York still has all 3 of their timeouts to work with, but they need to pick up this conversion. Sherman extends the play. He's athletic enough, and he has green grass in front of him. John Sherman putting also his head down, shoved out of bounds here at the 29. Wow. You just have to love to see this. Escapes from the pressure and gets it and is able to get down the field. Sherman now with 52 seconds inside the 30 of Pittsburgh. Goes empty here. Looks to throw. Sherman sets it. Goes deep. End zone for London. Caught. Touchdown, New York. As they will go up here late in the second half, or the first half here. Drake London will score. Justin Fields here at the 39. Takes the snap. He looks to throw. Sends it outside. It is undercut, intercepted. Back the other way is Tyler Newman. And Newman here has one man to beat here in Ford. Denied in the end zone. I thought that was going to be a pick 6, but Tyler Newman getting an interception here for his New York defense. Sets up his offense. Goal to go here from the 7. As New York here looking to basically end this ball game before the end of the first half. New York here trying to ice this ball game. Sherman, he'll look to throw, not liking anything. Escapes, and John Sherman gets the edge, and he'll just do it himself. 3rd rushing touchdown of this campaign. This will be a career high. I just checked. His 3rd score is a career high. He's only been able to hit either 1 or 2. This time he'll get 3 this campaign. And here in week 7, the New York Giants absolutely just destroyed the Pittsburgh Steelers, beating them 51-10. What else can we sit here and say? Just an amazing day by our defense, an amazing day by our offense. We just did everything well. We were able to put up points. And yeah, their defense didn't do much of anything to stop us, and their offense couldn't do anything against our defense. We had a all around a great day done in the first half. John Sherman threw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Zach Harris got some playing time in the second half. Devon Richards here, he scored the other 2 touchdowns. He also hit an 80-yarder. 10 carries for Tracy, 7 here for Montgomery. So a bit of a running back by committee today. And receiving wise, Wandale with 5 receptions, Antonio Webster with 5 as well. But London with a big touchdown. Washington scored, and Gardner with a 93-yard score. It was great. And they were able to hold Malik Neighbors to 3 catches, 24 yards. I didn't really need to turn to him today. Defensively, we had 3 sacks. Matthew Young got some playing time. Leonard Sapp got a sack. And Peter Valentine, 5 TFLs, a sack and a half. 2 interceptions by Branford and Newbin. And Valentine with 5 TFLs. Gotta love to see it. Overall, a great game. We're 3-0 throughout this episode. We have one more game to go with the Houston Texans. And another injury we did suffer is to backup tackle Rodney Stanley here. Just supposed to be the depth offensive lineman, a tackle for us. And now he's out for the next 3 weeks. Tough, but Andrew Thomas is okay, thankfully. We're 6-1 now, guys. We also will be welcoming back Elton Jenkins, so the left side won't be incredibly weak. And now we're going to turn our attention here to the 3-3 Houston Texans, who have a top-notch defense here. Offense playing pretty well, but our defense, our offense is playing great. Currently the #1 seed. There's still plenty of teams, the Seahawks, the Falcons, and the Eagles, all also 1 loss so far. But we also see 2 player breakout opportunity. We'll look at that in a second. Let's go first check out this Texans team. And here are the Houston Texans, led by CJ Stroud, franchise quarterback in this league. You have Will Anderson, franchise pass rusher. They brought in Tyler Linderbaum to bring it to be that, anchor on this offensive line. Damian Pierce is their top back. They got a couple young guys behind him. You have Tank Dell, as this receiving room has changed. There's no more Stephon Diggs, no more Nico Collins. Dell is now the #1 guy. With Zach Poole, Jonathan Mingo's here, Donald Vick. So they have some young guys here. Zach Poole is their best young receiver. But in this offseason, they brought in Theo Johnson, as Theo here played for the first 4 years with us. He's yet to find a score, and he has missed so far maybe 1 week. So he had an injury, played career with us, 2 seasons in my opinion that he didn't play much, and then he had that 1 breakout campaign. That's the reason we let him go. He's above Dalton Schultz here. And the offensive line, it's okay. They've drafted a couple good linemen here and there. Other than Will Anderson, they have David Freeman here, good pass rusher. Russ Hartwell here, good defensive tackle. With Zach Porter, another good defensive tackle here. But Keon Edwards, middle linebacker, one of my favorite players in a couple years ago draft. And I believe he has picked up 4 interceptions in this campaign so far. Derek Stingley is here. You drafted Cameron Shelton here, a top-tier X-Factor corner, with Jalen Petrie and Carlson as the other 2 safeties here. So this is a good Texans team here. So let's check out these player breakout opportunities and then hop into the game. And in the final game here, we have a couple player breakout opportunities. Peter Valentine coming off a sack and a half after we just absolutely destroyed the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is trying to go back to superstar. He is in a contract year, playing some good football, so he needs to get 4 tackles for loss or an interception / forced fumble. So either be a big time support on the run stopping ability or getting an interception. We'll see if he can do that. Definitely a difficult goal here. We have a running back player breakout opportunity, and I wonder who this is for. And Devin Richards here, he did have an impressive week. I mean, he played the 4th quarter, and he rushed a good amount of yards, and I think he scored twice. So let's give him 75 yards and a touchdown today. So him and Tracy will split time because I would love to see this undrafted back become a star for us, even if it's the late stages of the series. As we shift our focus here to the fourth game of today's action, it's the 3-3 Houston Texans versus the 6-1 New York Giants. Giants are looking to continue to dominate this league. And for the Texans, who are, in my opinion, one of the better teams, you have CJ Stroud, Tank Dell is your top receiver, and they've drafted a couple of very good defensive players as well. I think that this is a very solid team here in the NFL, in the Houston Texans. For us, we are getting a bit healthier, I want to say. We're getting Elton Jenkins back, so that's nice for us. So we'll see how we'll handle this Houston team. Maybe it will be another, big game for us. And here comes fourth-year quarterback John Sherman. Sherman a year ago led us all the way to the Super Bowl, and he's trying to lead us back there so far this campaign. 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He's looked great. He's had his moments of throwing some turnovers here and there, but I'm not super worried about it. Don't forget, still no Al Gordon, no, what's his name? Taylor Wilkerson. So Tracy will get still a plenty amount of carries, but I'm going to give Richards a couple opportunities here and there. Second or third down and 3, Richards back in the ball game. Penalty is thrown. And I think that this is going to either way be a deny for us because they're going to decline this holding call on Randall. And here comes the 5th-year quarterback or 6th-year quarterback here, and CJ Stroud. Really know how good the Texans have been. We don't see this team too often. But CJ, so far, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He has developed well here. So, in franchise, but Houston has had to let Stephon Diggs go, Nico Collins. So Tank Dell is their top playmaker. But they also have Dameon Pierce here, a very good running back, picking up 5. 3 receivers set here for the Texans, as Pierce is the back. Stroud will look to throw here. Off his spot, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau. As he's missed some time throughout this campaign, and he's going to register his first sack of this new season. 2nd down and 9 here. Empty goes Sherman. Looks to throw. Connects here underneath with Drake London. As London here had a big game a week ago, and he continues to play very good football for us. Richards will stay in the ball game here for this 3rd down. Sherman looks to throw. Connects here with Wan'Dale, who was left alone picking up a 1st down. And this is not a sight you want to see. Wan'Dale Robinson heading back into the locker room. Jermaine Gardner will most likely take his place. Number 80, the rookie receiver. 1st round pick for us. Jermaine Gardner checks in. Sherman looks to throw and turns to him, and he reels it down here at the 11. Jermaine Gardner, he's had an impressive campaign. I think he has 4 touchdowns for us. 3rd down and 7 here. New York must throw. Sherman in an empty look looks to throw. Sherman, and he hits here, and that's Washington, as Darnell Washington will score here early for us, and we'll take the lead. Number 15 is Jonathan Mingo, the veteran option here. Play fake for Stroud, and he gets slammed down here by Kayvon Thibodeau. His 2nd sack. These tackles have struggled early on. Maybe we can make some plays with Thibodeau and Burns. 3rd down and 2 here. Pierce is the back. Motioning now, Poole, number 89. Looks to throw. This ball is knocked away by McFadden. Shotgun here. Looks to throw is Sherman. Feeling some pressure, escapes, extends, and John Sherman connects here with Malik Neighbors. And quieter in this 2nd half of this video, but Neighbors makes a big-time reception. A great job there by Sherman, taking a hit and able to deliver a great ball. I formation here for the Giants. Sherman, he goes play action, looks to throw, sends it here, and he connects Drake London. And his 3rd reception continues to impress. 3 receivers set here. Richards is the back. He gets the call, and his best run here will go for maybe 12. 2nd down and 6 here. As Tyrone Tracy, he will get the call, get some good blocks, and he will battle for this touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, the veteran back in this backfield, gets another start due to Wilkerson's injury. And a good run here for us. CJ Stroud needs to be able to get into rhythm, and rhythm quick. Down by 14, looks to throw, now he's met by Burns. Throwing him down, Burns gets his first sack of today's action. These tackles have struggled for Houston. 3rd down and 10 here. Ryan Poole is the motion man. As Stroud here will look to throw. Feeling the pressure here by Thibodeau and company, but he will connect here. The veteran receiver and Jonathan Mingo. Hurry up offense here for the Texans. Stroud is going to go down. Number 3 hat trick today for Kayvon Thibodeau. Makes this a 3rd down and 12. More pressure here by Thibodeau. Extends, connects with Jonathan Mingo. 2nd down and 8 here. As Stroud is in the shotgun. New York sends 4. Connects here with Theo Johnson. The ex-Giant. He gets a 3-year contract here by the Texans. And he's catching balls here by CJ Stroud. 10 seconds and counting here. Houston needs to get into the end zone and quick. Sends it underneath. Mingo. Last time out used by the Texans. 4 seconds now. And they're just sending out their field goal team. I think you try to run the foot or one like a quick pass or something. I guess going into halftime down 14-3 maybe feels a bit better for them. As we will head into halftime here, up 14-3. Not as many scores. It's been definitely a defensive battle here. But our offense has been hitting on strides. Our defense, besides that last possession, letting them go down the field and score a field goal, they've been picture perfect. I do expect Thibodeau and Burns to get some more pressure. And we'll see if Richards and Valentine will be able to hit their goals. Oh, and under center, Richards is the back here. And New York's gonna go more play action for Sherman. Send it in here for Malik Neighbors. As Neighbors will make the reception here, tackled at the 45 of Houston. 2nd down and 2 here. Richards stays in, gets another call. This time he's able to cut it outside. And there's that good pop. The Giants can theoretically pick up a 1st down, but it's very tight. Sherman will look to throw, not liking much of anything. Extends, and he's going to be undercut, intercepted. Derek Stingley, as he will get the interception here in the end zone. And we walk away with scoring no points here. And now if Houston can go down the field and score, they're right back in this ball game. Stroud sends it here. Theo Johnson breaking free, breaks a tackle. And he's a very much of a dynamic tight end. 3rd down and 3 here for Stroud. Sprinting out the defense. Looks to throw. Sends it over the middle. Mingo. And Jonathan Mingo bowls on the ground. Picked up by Tank Dell. Maybe get another yard or 2. Wow. Big play there by the veteran. Texans, if they score a touchdown, I'm telling you guys, they're back in this game. Stroud, plenty of time. And Mingo can't hang on to this one. This will be a 3rd down and 4. It's now 3rd down and 4 here. CJ Stroud needing this conversion. Sends it over the middle. The ball is off the mark. He wanted Theo Johnson, but McFadden blanketed him. Giants will start back up here at their own 33. Intercepted on the last drive, but here comes Richards. Able to get some good blocks. And he needs 10 yards and a score to get this development boost. 2nd down and 8 here for Sherman. So he will look to throw. Stepping away from pressure. Almost goes down. Sherman will dive ahead. And he just did not want to take a hit. 2nd down and 5. Richards. He gets the pitch. Trying to cut it outside. Able to do so. Devon Richards, an undrafted back from a season ago, was on our practice squad, was able to get the job here doing kick returning. And a week ago, I decided just to throw him out there as the back for the 2nd half. He pops off. He's putting together an excellent performance here. Third down and 12 now, as this play here is crucial. Pulls the motion man. Stroud looks to throw, sends it deep down the field to be intercepted. Tyler Newman, the veteran safety, trying to make a play. And he will be tackled out of bounds here at the 35. Great job there by Newman to get the turnover. The Giants here, 35 more yards, dagger in hand. Let's end here in week 5. Here at the 22, Sherman motioning London here. As he will look to throw. Sends it over the middle and he's intercepted. Back the other way. Texans are right back in, and if they can score. And that's Caleb Farley, the ex-Titan, the veteran corner, picking up the INT. And that, in fact, keeps the Texans in the game effectively. But got to be able to score 2 touchdowns. Can Stroud do it? Rushed again. Goes down for the 4th time by Thibodeau. Third down and 17 here for the Texans. Less than 6 minutes to go. Stroud looks to throw. Time was well protected. Connects here. Theo Johnson makes this a 4th down and 8. A lot more manageable. But here's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 4th down and 8 here at the 28. Stroud can't get this. New York might be able to easily score. They can't. And now New York, they go up 28-6. I think that's it here. Here at the 28, Sherman. He's gonna go play action, looks to throw. Sends it, no, he goes down. Thomas provided the rush. Great time for a sack here by the Texans. New York trying to go up by 3 scores, 45-yard attempt here. As this kick is dinked, and it's good. Oh my God, I'm so bad at those. And here in week 8, New York will be getting another massive victory, beating the Texans 31-6. And again, our defense plays lights out football, getting a couple turnovers, 5 sacks. They played excellent. Our offense, we did have a couple turnovers. We did allow a couple sacks, but I think overall, they played very good. Back-to-back games to finish out this episode here, where we play complete football here. You know, Sherman was 22 of 20, or 26, or 21 of 26. A couple touchdowns and a pair of interceptions. That's okay. Devon Richards, well, he crushed it. He could have done either goal. He scored a touchdown. Tracy also scored as well. Montgomery and Sherman got some time. Tracy tied with receptions on 6. Neighbors caught 6 for 74. London, 49 yards. We have to check the injury report on Wandale. Offensive line, Randall allowed the 1 sack. Thibodeau and Burns each provided, as Newman and Brantford got each an interception. We do also have to check the injury report on Parker, who went down late in the game. We do have 1 injury after today's game, and it's to Derek Parks, our starting free safety. Expected now to miss the next 3 weeks. He's an important key piece to our defense. And how we handle this, you know, one option is moving Demetrius Evans back to his natural position at safety. It's putting Jamie Davis at strong safety, moving Tyler Newman to free safety. That's another option for us. I think those are really our 2 best options here on how to fill this injury for the next couple of weeks. So, and it's the Vikings and the Lions, so we'll see. We have a couple of player breakout opportunities. What occurred here? This is for Valentine, and yeah, I think he had 1 TFL. He really didn't see much of the field, but he did earn some XP, which is nice. And then we know with Richards here, he will be getting this development boost. It's a fun little story here that this undrafted back from a couple years ago, I mean, he's now should be star development. And yeah, he has star dev. He earns XP as well. How much more carries does he get? I don't know, but we'll find out. We do have another player breakout opportunity for the beginning of the next episode, as we have also a weekly award here. That is for Thibodeau. And you know, it looks like for next episode we have 2 NFC North teams and the Commanders as well. Who's the final team? And the Eagles. So a bit of divisional football here, just like at the beginning of this campaign. Then we get the bye, and you know, I don't know how. I think after next episode, I might consider making the episode after that being a 5-game episode. Kind of just getting through these weeks here. We'll see. So player breakouts. Let's check out our numbers halfway through the season. 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions here for John Sherman. Halfway, he's playing like I think he should be. I don't really like the 9 interceptions he's had, you know, 1 every game other than 2. So that really needs to slow down. But, you know, if he has a season like he did maybe his rookie year, that's okay with me. Taylor Wilkerson leads us the way with 519 yards and 3 scores, but Tracy with 300 and Richards with 280 and 3 scores. So we're kind of getting all of our backs involved here this year. Neighbors has 63 catches, 600 yards and 6 scores. London 33 and 2. Al Gordon, who we welcome back, has been playing well, and hopefully he continues to do so. Wandale, 19 of 266 and 2 scores. Gardner has 4 touchdowns on 8 receptions. A couple other guys making some catches. The offensive line, Evan Neal has allowed the most sacks with 3. McFadden leads us in tackles. Burns and Thibodeau each have 4 sacks. And we're seeing interior pressure. Rainey here with 3. Branford already has 3 interceptions, which is very nice to see for us, as he already is tied halfway through the year what he did last season. So maybe he's going to have another 4+ interception season. That would be fantastic for us. And I think Newman has 2. Parks and Stevens each have ones of their own. So what do you guys think of today's action here? We go undefeated. 1 close game, and other than that, it was 2 dominant performances, a solid game. Yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's action. Please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You know, we're trying to get to the postseason as quickly as I can. Trying to make sure that we stay in line here for Madden 26. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.